y'all, Tony here, truck camping golfer, still journeying down from Alaska toward the lower 48. A theme this year is going to be snowbirding on the cheap. Yeah, inflation-proof camping. Can't golf in every state again this year. Way too expensive, but I can still go hang out in the Southwest. I'm definitely wasting money in gas, but I'm trying to do it as little as possible. Part of the way that I'm conserving to make this trip inflation-proof is I'm going slow, going about 58 right now. Normally I'd be going 70 and passing a lot of people, but I'm saving money. I'm also just rationing my food a little bit, eating what I have, even if I don't like it. Instead of going to buy something I really want, I will get an ice cream cone once in a while after I golf as a reward. That, hey, you earned it, eat some ice cream. But I haven't golfed yet. Too expensive to do anything in Canada. Looks like I am going to pass this guy. I like his camper. It's a clean one. That's about 50 years old. Normally those things are junk, but if you can find one that somebody took care of, and obviously that was one. Of course it has to pass the smell test. When you stick your head in there, if mold doesn't knock you over, then you know it was taken care of. It's that old. That's like mine. Mine's about 30 years old. One thing that sold me on it was it smelled fresh as the morning dew when I gave it a walkthrough. It's had some little leaks. It moves and buckles and sways, and so those seams, they'll break open a little bit once in a while, and you got to keep at it. Don't let any major leaks start rotting out the inside. Gas is $8 a gallon. That's the average. Sometimes you can find it for like $7.50 a gallon. Now they don't go by gallons, so you got to do the liter thing. This is actually a pretty good deal for Canada. 176. I had a half tank already, so I'm probably saving about $10 than just stopping at any old place. Now I'm about to pass that same RV I appreciated looking at. I get to look at it again. All right, fun's over. Back to the topic. Inflation. Yeah, it was partly caused by COVID, wasn't it? I mean, that thing hit Earth like a huge meteor. The whole planet kind of wobbled, and it's wobbling still. It takes a while for the wobble to stop. Even after inflation deflates a little bit, I still want to live this way because I like it. It's a part of the game, to live cheaply. So there's the budget, which accounts for gas, food. Because I can sustain that with my savings I have in my 401k that's kind of in a real conservative place now. It's not going to go too far up or down, I hope. But even if it does, I'll still have enough to live on that sort of budget the rest of my life, if I live to be like 80. And I don't know if I'll be able to live this kind of lifestyle past 80 too much, because you have to be able to drive and camp. I want to be able to live the life I want to live, or else that's it's done. And I can, I think, I don't really have any limitations there yet. Now, the cost of shelter, it's not even in my budget. I haven't paid for a campsite in well over a year. Camping for free is very doable, especially with the apps they got out today. I use overlander.com. And when you have a small rig, it's easier to camp places. So if you're thinking of going out and doing this on the cheap, do it. And you got to do it alone. If you bring a spouse, that person's going to have a different expectations on what is minimal, and they're going to have different ideas of where to go than you do. So it's going to restrict your freedom and your cash flow. So you got to like being alone. And those are the basics. So if you still feel like, yeah, I can do this, then do it. I'm here to help. Just don't tailgate me. And don't take all the camping spots that I want. Because you'll be able to get anywhere you want to go pretty much if you have a camper like mine. And I like the fact that there's not many of me around. So maybe I won't publish this.